What's up? What's up? Quick sound check. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, look, we can do this. Yeah. Now you can see my pretty face. All right. Well, let us get started with the day here. I think first things first, pulling up the forex factory calendar for this morning, we got nothing. There is absolutely nothing on the board for today. We do have some existing home sales. It's a yellow impact folder, not a red impact folder, at 10 a.m. So I'm kind of thinking that that's essentially a nothing. And yeah, I don't really think there's much there from that perspective. If I don't win the giveaway. FedBees won it again, which is also kind of crazy. Green shirt, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. So look at S&Ps, NASDAQ, Russell here, Dow. I did like kind of my homework last night, so to speak. Gold is the mover this morning, unfortunately. That thing's just parabolic to the upside at this point. I don't really know what to do with it, unfortunately, here. I'm kind of stuck on charts in general. We got room up to this 52.89s, but we certainly need a pullback here in gold in order to really do anything with it. We got a little bit more room to go, about $1 and change for silver there, up to 90.73s. But overall here, I think the position we're in for working on something else. I think overall the position we're in at the moment is kind of a little touch and go spot here for the indices as a whole. So I don't know that I'm like necessarily super excited for where we're at just in general. You know, at 67.94s, we're basically unchanged, right? Like S&Ps are down 6, NASDAQ's up 11, Russell's down 9, Dow's down 58. Like that's not really a move per se, in my opinion, right? Considering that the range from yesterday was 177 points in the S&Ps. And what I keep going back to the Sunday stock talk. And what I wrote was, this week is one of those where we can mess around and try and pick a bottom at some point, and capture probably 400 or 500 points in the NASDAQ and think that we caught the bottom, and that the rally is over for it to just turn around and drop another 800 points, right? So I'm thinking that the move from yesterday can be erased. And that sounds a little crazy NASDAQ had, like a 700-point range yesterday. 24 300s all the way up here to 25,000. And we're basically holding that. Was loud. My volume was at 50. And we can essentially erase that. So I don't know that I'm super eager to get like aggressive here in any one direction, more so the long side than anything here. And the only way in which I think that I might do that is with some type of relative strength name, and ideally we see some type of divergence in the indices overall. But at the moment, I'm kind of just chilling, and I want to see how price plays. Like, I don't think there's an advantage here to being the first mover on a day after 700 points in the NASDAQ. You know what I mean? We did just get an alert on something. Oh, that's soybeans. Our little soybeans. Soybeans could be interesting. Kind of popping up through those 1201s there. This didn't ultimately set up the way in which I thought it would yesterday. It's kind of unfortunate, but Meta here I see as like the first initial kind of mover. Nope, that's not it. I did a video this morning. You guys should be proud. I was up bright and early at the desk, recorded a video talking through and requested my payout from Lucid, and I was trying to get it all on video, and I was kind of assuming that like it would hit my bank within like 2 to 3 minutes, and it did not at that moment in time. So we'll see here. At some point it will, and I'll finish up the rest of that video. But payout was requested. So let's see. Like I said, I'm just gonna chill. Tesla making a decent little move there. Apple with a small gap down, trying to rally some of it back a little bit now, it looks like. Netflix kind of same thing. NASDAQ looks to be the only index that's kind of popping over yesterday's highs at the moment. Dow's a little bit of a laggard. So yeah, we'll kind of let this play out just a bit here. Gold coming back a little bit harder than I would like. Hey, payout approved. Your payout request has been approved and processed. Let's take a look here. Did it hit the account? I kind of have a feeling that Russell is going to try and pop up here and go grab that level just above. S&P's pushing for new lows there. Russell's kind of holding, but big topping tail now. I say big topping tail, like 8-9 points. Again, NASDAQ was only market to kind of pop those highs from yesterday. My thinking again is still that we at some point probably try and erase all of the move from yesterday. When and how that happens and kind of that whole picture, I don't necessarily know just yet. But I do think at some point we probably see that get erased this week, which is a bold statement to make. Say you don't want this hot, boy, it's already broke. Russell coming back down. S&P's opening print there is 95.25. Yeah. Russell made new lows just now. Nothing else did so far. Dow trying to get a little bit of a pop. Trying to push up over opening print. Same thing here for S&Ps. Russell is now initially trying to hold that little new low back under the open here. S&P's rejected, Dow rejected. So a little bit of gyration going on. A little gyration. Nothing too alarming. Opening print in there is 46.80s here for the Russell. I don't know that it's terrible. Might be a little bit early, but potentially Russell up over like 25.50s here if it wants to try and make a move. NASDAQ looks like it wants to try at least hold that open now and get a push. Russell got the new low. It's an early divergence. but looking like it wants to do so. We'll see if S&Ps can get back over open and Dow get back over open. But there's about a 4-point stop here, give or take. 45.40s is that low of the morning so far for the Russell. If you wanted to look at a long in there, I think there's room kind of up to that 25.65, so it's about 15 points, give or take, that this thing could move, you know, to the upside. So if it makes the move, 15 points, 4-point risk, it's not terrible. S&P's testing that open again. Excuse me. S&P is rejecting open again. NASDAQ not liking it either. That high is 52.90 now. So Russell did at least initially start to get a bit of a move there. NASDAQ holding on for dear life. Trying. This is I'm not too surprised at this at the moment. What's up, Christian? Whoa, what was that? New lows there across the board. S&P's, NASDAQ, Russell, Dow. I'm going to try a little Russell here. The stops under these lows. I didn't wait for the trigger just now. We'll see if this bar wants to form. It'd be up over like 48.60s. Yeah, I'm out. I tried to play that initial quick little reaction off that new low. Back over opening print was going to be the move in there. I might have been just a touch early on that. That was a quick stop. That was 3 points real quick. Soybeans kind of making a move. I do think there is a chance we reverse yesterday's move, yeah. I was talking about that. I was talking about that earlier this morning, yeah. I certainly could see that. I thought we were going to get at least a pop to try and go tag those, try and tag that level. NASDAQ was the only one to pop that high. I do think Russell probably does it though. We're back testing up around that opening print area. NASDAQ here as well. It's not bad in NASDAQ. It's a nice little push back up over the open there, 24,991s. Little bottoming tail out of the S&Ps. Could be a complete fake. And we just reverse right back down, but it kind of looks good. I don't really know where it goes is the problem, like risk reward wise to gauge that, but oh, I need to get rid of this hack. Pullbacks in soybeans, I would like a long opportunity in there. I would like to be able to push the button on something in there. New low for Russell, getting a little bit of a pop back up now. NASDAQ, you could look at longs coming back off that. We didn't quite test the opening print area, but we are getting a decent little pop now. S&Ps need to wait for over opening print. Same thing here, Russell over opening print, and then some type of setup. Again, it's mostly just looking at the moment. I think it's just a matter of looking for a pop to just over yesterday's highs, kind of up to overnight highs a bit for everything, and then can we continue to run? I don't know. I mean, that'd be a move for sure. Like, don't get me wrong. High day up here for NASDAQ, 25,081s, so 25,082s. That's that high day up there. NASDAQ came down pretty good there. Russell's still holding. Excuse me. Highs up there, 59.10s. Yeah. Gold got a decent pullback here so far. Russell looks to be the one. It just never retests opening print here. Probably just runs straight up into that 65-80 area. Meanwhile, S&Ps and Dow really can't get out of their way. Interesting little kind of dynamic there where Russell and NASDAQ are sort of moving a bit together compared to what I would say is the norm. It's interesting. Looks like Dow's probably about to make new lows here. You could maybe, if Dow makes new lows, you could maybe try an S&P here. Stops kind of under this 85-ish, wherever this pullback comes from, if and when Dow makes new lows. It's not terrible. Dow not quite making those new lows just yet. Oh, Russell. Oh. High day for the Russells, 59.10s. Looks like we just cracked that low here in the Dow. So if you're looking at wanting something here, like I said, we could probably look over to the S&Ps and see if that'll do something here. That low just now is 83.50. Yeah. Yeah. I think we might see the Russell pop up and grab those 65.80s, get through at least 59.10s, get new highs on the day. And then what the rest of the indices do from there, I think, is going to be important. For whatever reason, the Russell is saying, hey, I want to at least try and rally here. Everything else is essentially mixed. Like S&Ps are down, Dow's down, NASDAQ's basically sideways. It's tried to rally, but really can't. So like, I don't think anything's like phenomenal here by any means. You could try the S&Ps though. We got that Dow divergence. You could try the S&Ps, see if you want to push back up into opening print and then through there. But Russell's now, I mean, just traded 59.30, so it made new highs here. Maybe it continues. I don't know. Yesterday's highs were what, 64.40s? Traded 60.10s. NASDAQ maybe trying to retest opening print there. Ticks have been kind of weak, but trending up since the open. I don't know. I don't see that there's a ton to take from this, but I would think this right in through here, if NASDAQ can hold opening print area, like basically right now-ish. If we can hold this 991s and start to pop, then I think we probably got a shot to get back up to, you know, new highs on the day there. But it already did pop yesterday's highs, so like it's not as enticing as if it like hadn't done that. Soybeans here continuing to try and break out. Russell, a little bit of pullback. Dow, another new low. S&P's here, 75.50s. That was 77, so still not new, no new low in there. 52.60s, that low in the Russell. NASDAQ new low. S&P's new low, Dow new low. Russell is the only one. But we did make those new highs. I don't really love the NASDAQ divergence here. If we can get back over open for NASDAQ, then I'm open to maybe doing something in there. It's purely just based on a divergence. So we don't have any levels here. Like the only thing that has a level is the Russell, which is the reason I've kind of focused in on that, just to see if we get that pop to 65s. Everything else here is essentially just trading on its own free will. Yeah, I think it's going to be tough to I think it's tough to short here. If we'd have gotten the move and the Russell traded up to that 65s or so, which I still think probably happens given the way in which it's trading, but had we done that and then got new highs in the NASDAQ and like S&Ps were rejecting opening print, Dow was rejecting opening print, then like that would have been a valid short at that point, you know, for the assumption that we reverse yesterday's move. Obviously that's not, we didn't get that, but like that's sort of that thing I was trying to see if we would maybe piece something together there on that Russell getting the push, NASDAQ maybe holding and getting the push, but no dice on that just yet. The Russell tells me that it wants to go higher. Doesn't mean that it will, but it's got about 10 points it can pop here. There's a small little 2 minute essentially right now. If you're into that type of thing, then I think it can maybe make the move. I don't love where the rest of the indices are because they obviously aren't telling me that they want to go higher necessarily. Um, More so kind of the opposite realistically. But I don't have a short at the moment here either in those. You know, S&Ps, Nasdaq, Dow all making new lows at the moment, like as we speak. So 60-10 is that high? That pullback low is 51.60. Russell might be done there now too. Got that little 2 minute looking like it wants to fail. That looks like a little short-term low here for S&Ps, Nasdaq, and Dow now. At least a decent bottoming tail kind of playing in there. Nothing to confirm it though, so I want something to do. I don't really have it though, is the unfortunate part. Like, I'm getting a glare off that. The Dow looks decent, like it's trying to maybe do something here. S&P's, Nasdaq, not so much though. I think we need Nasdaq up over opening print. I don't think we die just yet. Like, I still could be naive in thinking that, but ooh, nice little pullback there for soybeans. Mm, do I want this? I think I do. Maybe not yet. I think it made equal lows, didn't it? 1198, 1198, yeah. Yeah, we're getting that push now. NASDAQ pushing back up into, traded up over that opening print there. 91s. Gold still looks like it wants a little bit more pullback. That level is still about 10, 11 points below. NASDAQ rejecting is interesting. S&Ps couldn't even quite make it to opening print either. Russell almost got new highs. Dow showing a little bit of strength off these lows. Again, I don't know what you're doing in this situation, like from a putting on trades perspective. Like, if you're a scalper, maybe you're having fun, but like, I feel like that's a big maybe. Like, probably better off playing pocket pool here, to be honest. Oh, gold. Gold just got this little pullback here into 5201s. What did silver do? Silver kind of same look, feel there. NASDAQ new lows. I'm going to try a little micro gold position. Nothing crazy here. I think that there's the chance that we can kind of hold right around this 5201. I'm not going to give this much room. 5 or 6 points. You took the RTY divergence. I don't blame you for that. I thought it would push a little bit further than it did. I was kind of somewhat wanting the same thing. Whether I would have shorted it or not is a different story, but I at least was thinking that was the move. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of look at where like markets are, and I look at something like GC, and it's like, all right, we made a pretty decent move yesterday, obviously out of gold with a gap down into like 50.33 Sunday night open. Like now it's up over this 52.01. So it's like, yeah, that probably has some legs to it. Um, more so from like a continuation standpoint than the markets do from a long side here. So markets are weak. Gold's kind of strong. Yeah, it got a little overzealous, I think, this morning on that 40-point rally. But kind of holding on here. So that's essentially like the best looking thing I see. Unless you want to try Russell off opening print, but it probably would have been a little bit better if it held earlier and not pushed beneath it. Gold's essentially trying to find this stop down here. Again, we're not going crazy. There's also nothing really to go crazy on, so the rejection from opening print there for the Russell just a little bit ago, 24,991s. I mean, that's essentially reversed 100 points now. Like, so NASDAQ's moving, but it's not. I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's clean. Yeah, no, for sure. It's shaping up to be that way. It's shaping up to be that way. If you haven't taken a gold position yet, I think we've got an actual trigger and stop and all that kind of setting up here now. Yeah, I put a small long in gold on right around 52.01. I really went along soybeans. Actually, I am going long soybeans. I'm going to do a small long in soybeans here. Stops are under these lows, 98. It's about 3 points. Russell trying to push back over opening print now. Acting like it wants to hold there. I'm debating if a long right here in the Russell coming off opening print is worth anything or not. I don't know that it is, but if it does, it could be really nice. NASDAQ just made new lows. Kind of makes sense. I'm going to try a small Russell here. Stops under that 45.60s. Oh, nice move in gold. Yo. Anybody take gold with me? I'm going to try and hold that. I think the next target's 52.89s. Nice little pop in the Russell so far. We got about 3 points in this. Stops were about 3 points as well. Mine was 3.2. Call it 3. If we can get this to make that push up there to 65s, get new highs, I think that'll look really good. It's taken some patience. I don't remember how I phrased it the other day that Osborne was making fun of me for, but it's essentially where we're at now. Nice little NASDAQ divergence there. That was the reason for this Russell trade right off opening print. Oh, we got a giveaway running in the Discord, by the way, at the moment. So if you guys haven't jumped in that, go check that giveaways channel out. Doing a 50K Pro eval this time. And then I might have another one we can do. Let me see. Yeah, we could do another one here on, maybe 2 on YouTube if y'all want. Let me know. You guys want to do a couple of giveaways here in the chat? We can smack this gold trade. That'd be money. Nice little rally back now out of the NASDAQ there off that divergence. I'm kind of liking the action I'm seeing here so far. Come on, Russell. Anybody take the Russell with me? Russell, gold, soybeans. What you guys got? Anything? Everything came together within the span of like 8 minutes. We waited around for a while this morning, and then like the last 10, 15 minutes, inside of that window, all those things kind of, everything started to kind of come together. Soybeans really hasn't moved. It's a slow mover, but when it does move, it's a nice trend. Took everything too early. Yeah, that was definitely easy to do today. 50, there it is. Russell new highs on the day, 52.60s. Those highs from yesterday, what did I say those were? 64.40s. So I kind of want to be a dick for a tick here. Like, can we go get the extra like 5 points out of this and make the move? Russell's the only one making new highs. I'm going to let it try and continue to push here. Nasdaq's going to be pushing back up towards that opening print here soon. I put orders at 64.50s. We'll see if we can kind of finish out. Well, I'll front run that 65.80s by just a little bit here. We'll do one tick over yesterday's highs on this one. S&P's got about 5 points to go till that 67.95s. Look to see if that can hit. Hold on, let me let this dog in. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right. All right, all right, all right. You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today what a long... That's funny. All right, we're a point away. All right, Russell. Are you serious? Are you serious? 64.30s. Really? 2 ticks away? 2 ticks away. Can you do it, please? See, what you got to do is you got to put your mouse up here. This terrible risk management at the moment because I let it come back like 2 points to try and make an extra 2 ticks. Yeah. All right, I'm flat. We're flat the Russell. We had a target at 64.50s. Or at least yesterday's highs. I was trying to get that. It probably still will, but it came back legitimately like 2.5 points. And it doesn't make sense to do that. So went ahead and took that. But I mean, I'm not upset by that at all. That was we had a 3-point stop in the Russell, and I pulled 12.5 points out of that. So yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. It probably still goes ahead and gets the level test and all the things, but like the 2 ticks was kind of a dick move. So that was unfortunate. But it's trading sometimes. Dow here, not quite at highs. S&P's at open. Yeah. Nice trade though. For anybody that took that with me, Russell long down there off opening print. Nasdaq divergence was in place. That was the reason for the trade. And yeah, it worked out nicely. So that makes up for our earlier loss here in the Russell. So we ended up pulling just at about 4 R's out of that Russell move just now, which is pretty decent. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm up about 3.5 R's, give or take, here on gold. I kind of sized that for about a 5-point stop loss, and it actually came down. It was about 6 points against me. So it was right. It was basically right there at testing the stop, and now we've got about 20 points in that. Where's that at? Yeah, 17, 18 points in there at the moment. So yeah, we're kind of right there in that window, just a little bit over 3 R's in gold at the moment. And soybeans here basically unchanged. So yeah, we put together a quick little 6, 7 R's there. Not too mad about that. We might look to put a break even or better than break even trail potentially here in this gold. And I might close soybeans. That's kind of a harsh pullback. I want to let it do its thing, but I don't love that. And I kind of want to reduce some risk just in general. It's not typical that I'll have like Russell running plus gold plus soybeans. Kind of across the board like that. S&P 6550, 65. That was that Nasdaq divergence. Yeah. I'd be cautious here on continued longs at the moment. I mean, we just saw a pretty decent move so far off lows. Russell's the only market getting new highs. S&Ps are at opening print. Nasdaq is essentially at opening print here. Dow's at opening print. So yeah, I'd be cautious on any continued longs. I think at the moment, the long in which we just caught in the Russell, I think was probably the long of the day. And I could totally eat those words if we ever get up through this 65 for Russell and we just absolutely rock it. But at the moment, that's the way I'm thinking about it. And I'm happy that, well, number one, hold on, pause. All right, round two, try again. Number one, I'm kind of happy the way in which the Russell trade ultimately ended up working out there. Like I said, we were 2 ticks away from getting that profit target hit. And then it started coming back on us, and I was like, all right, yeah, I can probably hold out on this. And we might, ultimately end up trying to pop up here and go get that target, which we're about to do now. But I would have had to sit through like 5.5 points, almost 6 points worth of pullback, basically, to try and capture that extra 2 ticks. So I think there was a really good kind of just learning lesson in that, right? Is I really didn't want to take that off. I was really trying to get that extra 2 ticks. And then it was like, it's 2 points against me. Like, doesn't really make sense. Like, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. So if nothing else, like that's something to take away from today's stream. Just in the way in which that was kind of managed and went down there. But yeah, I would be cautious overall here at the moment. We still got the gold position open. And we got the beans open. I might close beans just because they're basically break even here. Actually, I'm going to bring stops up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the stop up on beans. Initial stops were down here at 97.50s. I'm going to bring it up to 99 quarters. We'll kind of go from there with it. Looks like Russell traded 65.40s, not quite to the level just yet. And then in gold here, I do want to manage gold as well. And 52.22s. Lows on this pullback just now are 52.16 30s. 52.16 30s. My excuse me. My average in here is 52.01 50s. So I kind of want to lock it in at 16.50, but that's locks in 15 points, but that's also above that level or above that swing little low there. So I'm going to lock this in at 15.50, 52.15.50. I'm going to go ahead and put a stop loss in there. So we'll give it about 5 points back, give or take here. Yeah, I guess those highs are technically 22. So, but yeah, we'll do that. We'll kind of go from there. I think that might get trailed, to be honest. There's a world where gold comes down to like 52.10s and then can hold. There it is. Gold just trailed. Soybeans just trailed actually as well. So I am flat. I am flat. 10:33. Damn, it feels like it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, sweet. Russell's holding, rejecting off that 65.80 so far. Dow making new highs on the day. S&P's about to, or just did, in fact. Yeah, just did, in fact, make new highs. I probably got tripped up there in the gold. But again, it made sense to go ahead and lock in at that 3 Rs. We had that pivot there, so that is what it is. Russell's having a hard time with this 65.80s. So yeah. Anyways, that's I think that's a wrap for me on the morning. I'm gonna do a giveaway though. If you guys are cool with it, you guys want to give away a couple accounts or what? If not, I'll keep them. Not that technically I can't do anything else with them, but hold on to them and give them away another day. We gotta boot Joe real quick, so Julian doesn't riot. All right, let's see here. We got where's my thingy? Where'd it go? It's not the button I clicked. Is it? This is it. Yay. Damn, whatever this is kicking my ass today. All right, let's see here. What is it? Exclamation raffle? All right. Give that a shot. See if that works. Damn, sorry if that's loud on y'all side. All right, yeah. Sweet. So we'll do a free lucid eval. We'll do a couple of them actually. I'll stick around for we'll do two. I set this one at 15 minutes, so that's kind of my fault, but yeah, so exclamation raffle in the chat will enter you in to win. I got a couple of accounts. Let me see what I got here. So sweet. So I've got a couple of 25K pro evals we can give away, a 50K pro eval, 25K flex, and a 50K flex. So we might do another one in the Discord as well as this one. But yeah, go ahead, exclamation raffle in the chat and get entered to win. Gold is kind of a bitch. I'm sort of in my feels about that now. I said there's a world where it comes back to 52.10s. I'm traded 52.12s. Let's see. 50K flex. Yeah, the flexes are my favorite at the moment. Actually, I'm gonna check and see. Let me see something. I still didn't hit. That's really surprising. Yeah, appreciate that, Joe. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you have not done so, that's NASDAQ making new highs on the day. You grabbed 150K for tomorrow. Nice. Which ones you get? Lucid? The flex or what? Lucid flex, nice. $150K. Profit target is 9K. Max loss limit 4,500. I guess it's the same. I guess it's technically the same thing, right? Like from a flex standpoint, like yeah, to pass it, you got to get the 9K profit target, but then once you're actually funded, it's 5 days of $250. So essentially the same, almost the same as the 5 days of 150, and then you can pull 50% of whatever you've made once you hit those 5 days, right? Of 250. The only difference is that it locks. So like let's say you did 5 days of um let's say you did 5 days of $500, right? So in a perfect world, you're up $2,500. In theory, you could take $1,250 out. So you don't technically have to hit a you technically don't have to hit a larger profit target, right? But then once you take that first payout, you the account then locks at uh like 150,100 basically, right? So if you were at 152,500, you take $1,250 out, so you're at 151,250. You basically have about 1,100 bucks worth of cushion before you blow the account. So this Russell is actually trying to push through a little bit. Kind of surprised. 908. Let me see. We got 11 people entered to win. There's 23 people watching, so I don't know what y'all doing. Exclamation raffle in the chat. Watch this man. He gonna go make a coffee, come back and win the giveaway because somehow he manages to almost always win. It's kind of wild. Let's see here. Yeah, Nasdaq did finally get the push up there. I'm kind of surprised by the Russell. Although I guess same time, like we did just rally 50 points out of the S&Ps. Russell managed to rally like 25 points. It's not phenomenal, realistically. Nobody's won just yet. We still got 7 minutes. I'm gonna make the next one shorter. I'm gonna edit it up and we'll do like kind of a little lightning round for it. I'm gonna grab this link though and throw it on I'm gonna throw it on Instagram. Exclamation raffle in the chat. Yep, let's do this. That didn't work. Still on stream for the next couple of minutes, and we're giving away some accounts on the stream. So click this link and join in. All you gotta do, exclamation, pop that up. You guys ever like try to record videos? How many takes does it take? How many takes does it take? It's like how many licks does it take to get the center of a Tootsie Pop? But sometimes I get in my head about it, and it takes like 3 tries to actually make it work. I don't know how I feel about longs up here, to be honest. Yes, Russell did break through. I'm not entirely sure. Un momento, though. About to wrap up the stream, but to finish it out, we're giving away a couple accounts, Lucid Flex, Lucid Pros, all the things. So all you got to do is just tap in to that button on the YouTube stream, exclamation raffle in the chat. I'll take the story down once I jump off stream. We're probably going to give away like another 3 or 4 accounts. So click that link if you see this story. That means I'm live, and you got a chance to win some free accounts. There we go. All right, we got 3 minutes left on this one. Like I said, the next ones I'll make a little bit shorter. Also, just because I want to dip out as well. A little sad maybe about the Russell at this point. 10 points ago on that exit. But again, I didn't necessarily have any plans for us to get up through this 65.80s here to really do anything about it. But a pretty decent move there. NASDAQ strong push up through here. Can't keep a good market down. Just can't do it. I guess NASDAQ did technically trade a little bit higher, up towards 150 in the overnight session. Russell at the moment is the only market breaking that overnight session here. The overnight session high. Dow's pretty close. Uh, actually, it just ended 1 second ago. You can no longer enter the raffle, it says. All right, that was a long 15 minutes. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and pick a winner. Drum roll, please. Hey, what's up, Christian? At least it wasn't Joe or Derivative. At least it wasn't one of them. Yeah, I'd rather, if that's going to be the case, I'd rather long now off 25 105s as opposed to like after we take out overnight highs. But I'm also, I'm just not super interested in it here. And again, it could be to my, it could be a disadvantage to me, right? But at the moment, I'm certainly happy with the day. There's definitely a lot more on the table, but at the same time, I just don't know that the risk is worth it there. When you look across the board, like, I mean, from an individual equity standpoint, like one of the names that's standing out to me at the moment is just NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, I actually think, has a really nice looking pattern here that just the chart looks pretty from a daily perspective. Um, and that 202 is up there from the earnings high. So I'm kind of a fan of that. Like I like the strength in there. But realistically, besides that and Apple at the moment, like I'm not really seeing much strength. Yeah, Meta's up a little bit today. Yeah, Tesla's basically it's up, but it's kind of unchanged from the day. Um, Realistically, that's Nvidia is the one I see that's actually like making a move today. So yeah, I mean, I don't know that I love the continued longs at the moment here. And again, could be a bad move on my part, but at the moment, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Payout has been successfully sent. Your payout certificate is ready. Sweet. Let me check the bank. I can finish up that video today too then. There she is. Money hit. Sweet. It's kind of cool. All right, let's do another one. Christian, if you're still around, shoot me a DM on Discord. I'll get you set up. Let me do another one real quick. So that one we'll do as that one was a hold on, not yet, hold on. We'll do another 25K pro eval. We'll make this one quick. Giveaways. Hold on, partner. All right, ready? Boom. There we go. Oh, hold on. Sorry, never mind. False alarm. There we go. All right, exclamation raffle in the chat. Exclamation raffle. We got 3 minutes on this one. Joe said he's going to sacrifice an entry. Look at that. A man of the people. Joe for president. It's not Joe Biden. You got 3 minutes. Exclamation raffle in the chat. I'll do another one too after this. So these are the first one is 25K Pro Eval. This is a 25K Pro Eval. And then we'll finish it off with a 50K Pro Eval. And there is still a giveaway running in the Discord as well. 57 people entered to win that one. So make sure you're in that one as well. That one is a 50K Pro Eval in the Discord. I'm kind of liking what Lucid's doing on this back end. Essentially, like allows me to pick these things, to pick them up. Like I can kind of just pick what I want and purchase them, and then it'll give me the link and everything right there on the dashboard. So it's pretty convenient from a giveaway standpoint. So I'm a fan. How many trading days? It took me 6, technically. I had and I recorded the whole thing on the video. So the account was at 50K account. I was up like $4,400, I think it was $4,411. So first trading day was $894.90. Second day was $87.50. Third day was $2,213.20. Fourth day was $801.50. What would have been the fifth day, I didn't do a single thing at all. No trades taken whatsoever. And then the actual fifth trading day, if you will, was $254.50, and then $160.30. So I just needed those 5 days of 150. And I kind of talked through the whole, like, I think I recorded like a 22-minute video or something this morning for it. But I like showed the whole Lucid dashboard, each of the trades, kind of talk through like risk size, things like that. And it is my second funded in full, and I talked about this too. Like I completely just full ported the first funded, and I was like, $2,000 risk, send it, right? I had like 100 and whatever it was, $100 in the account to get funded. So I was like, actually, I take that back. I failed my very first eval with them. So technically my first funded, I had like $200 in. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna full port this, send all $2,000, try and make, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. And then go from there with my risk metrics. And that didn't work. So second funded, we tailored that risk back, kind of kept it in line, and then was able to grow it up. So I actually finally took it a little bit more seriously on that one. But yeah. All right. Let's go. You went on a sick one last month and brought my Lucid Pros down to 30 drawdown left and brought them back to 2K just this week. Yeah, the yo-yo is definitely not very fun. I don't advise that. All right, let's pick a winner real quick, and then we'll do another quick lightning round. Two-time 88. Two-time 88. You in the chat? Let me know. 25K Pro eval. It's got your name on it. Let's go. Let's go. What a move. What a move. Also another reason why I want to leave the desk, because we nailed that NASDAQ divergence earlier and then took over the Russell. I didn't think we were going to get this much of a move, but yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Shoot me a DM on Discord two-time. Shoot me a DM on Discord, because if I drop the code in here, someone's gonna snag it. So probably Julian. He'd be like, "That's mine." I'm just kidding. See, look, he's telling me to rig it. I'm gonna run a special giveaway one time just for Julian, like a channel in the Discord that only he can see. He'll be the only one to enter. Yeah, no, we're a little bit. I mean, what is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, or 12 green bars. Like, I'm not messing with that now. All right, sweet. Yeah, shoot me a DM on there. We'll get you set up. We'll run one more, and this one will be for a 50K Pro eval. So, and again, we'll do it another like a little lightning round here. So 3 minutes and start. There we go. There we go. And I said around here between Normandy and Weston. It's what we call a little 20. That's what your name just made me think of. He said two. I don't know how I got 20 from two-time, but who knows that movie? Who knows the reference? That's what I want to know. Exclamation raffle in the chat, by the way. What's up, Lindsay? I am good. I am good. Over the bubonic plague or whatever we had in the month of February, and finally feeling a little bit better. Exclamation raffle in the chat. Oh. 13 people entered so far. There's like 10 of y'all that have not entered. Exclamation raffle in the chat. All you got to do is type it. All you got to do is type it. Nobody got that movie reference? For real? I feel like Osborne knows that movie reference at a minimum. Actually, Julian, you should know that movie reference. I said, well, around here between Normandy and Weston, we call this here a little 20 twin. I'm gonna be really disappointed. All right, thank you. Thank you. Finally. All right. 13 people entered on that one, and this one's a 50K pro. So let's go ahead and pick our winner. Drum roll, please. Bottom. Hey. Now shoot me an account. That's funny. That's funny. He said never win shit. You and Julian can team up. I'll put you both in a chat, let you battle it out, see who wins. Little battle royale. Good work, Saif. Shoot me a DM on Discord. I was about to check and see if you were in here. 50K coming your way. Oh, sweet, Nicholas. Let me grab that for you real quick. And then sweet, I dropped that to you. Just shoot me a DM, Saif. I feel like Shadow's always kind of like lurking in the shadows, for lack of better terms there. Here, I got you. There you go. There you go. We doing one more? Should we do one more? Or should we do another one in Discord? What do you guys think? I got there is a, what's the giveaway running in Discord right now? Giveaway. Yeah, that's a 50K pro eval running in Discord. He said run it, but no one in All right, we'll do a 25K flex eval. I'll tell you what we'll do. He said, nah, 50. Now he being picky? How about I boot this fool? How do I need to right click? Oh, it doesn't even love me. I actually don't even know how to ban someone or boot someone from the YouTube chat. That's funny. Probably should know how to do that. Big move in gold. All right. We'll run one more. We'll do I got a 25K flex. Don't need that Egyptian curse. Hey, listen. Somehow y'all's people may be built in pyramids, but now nobody knows why. There's a whole different rabbit trail we can end up down. So I feel like someone maybe put a little curse on the Egyptians, you know what I'm saying? He said aliens. Listen, I'm not ruling anything out. It could be. It very well could be. I don't know the answer, to be honest. But what I do know is that I don't believe that we moved those freaking blocks by hand however many hundreds of thousands of years ago when those pyramids were built. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Ponzi pyramids. That's actually probably that's partially true. All right, let's run one more. Let's run one more. Boom. 25K flex eval. Y'all got 3 minutes. Exclamation raffle in the chat. Exclamation raffle. We should see, like, I don't know. I feel like if you're in the chat, then I don't understand why you wouldn't enter. Shit, I'm gonna enter. Can I win my own chat? Exclamation raffle. Does it let me? Let's see. Oh, it totally skipped me. Ain't that some nonsense? Oh, wait. I did. I received a ticket. Oh, I tell you what. If I win it, I'll give it to Julian. If I win my own giveaway, I'll give it to Julian. How about that? Oh, that's funny. All right, exclamation raffle in the chat. 17 people entered so far. There's still a handful of y'all. Joe, did you enter? I feel like Joe probably doesn't want a 25K flex account. I think he's a 150K kind of guy. Y'all got 43 seconds to go. Exclamation raffle in the chat. 19 people entered to win. One of those being moi. 26 seconds. Exclamation raffle. What a move in the market. Kind of feel like I underperformed a little bit, but like I can't honestly be that upset by it at the same time. You know what I mean? All right. You can no longer enter to win. Drum roll, please. Pick a winner. Oh, that's some bullshit. Back-to-back winners. Oh, my man, Saif. That's funny. Let me see if he's in here. Let's see if he's in here. I'll give him a timer. He said, I thought we had rules about this. That's the wild, wild west. I was really hoping that I won it, to be honest with you. He said 10-second timer. Hey Siri, set a timer for 2 minutes. He might be busy setting up his other account. We'll give him 2 minutes. If not, we'll pick a new one. I think that's fair. He said run it back. We'll give him a minute. Minute 25. Man, y'all bleeding me dry on freaking giveaways at the moment. He's got 58 seconds. He might not even know he won. Oh, man. Let's see. 26 seconds. He might just be being a nice guy and he's just lurking. Not going to claim it. Not going to claim it. Got 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. All right, well, we'll pick another one. We'll pick another winner. Should we run a new giveaway or pick another winner? What do you guys think? Run a new one? All right, we'll run another one. Then I'm out. He said 50K flex. Bro, I got a 25K flex. I'm going to give a 50K flex away in the Discord. I don't have any Tradeifys to give away at the moment. All right. 25K flex. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go. You got 3 minutes. Exclamation raffle in the chat. Exclamation raffle in the chat. Oh, he entered again. See, I told you he was lurking. He was giving y'all a chance. Oh wait, I gotta enter. Julian basically gets like double odds. What you doing, boy? You wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? Come here. Come here. Oh, you're just a good boy. You're a good boy. You say hi? No, look over there. Over here. Look that way. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Who do you think should win? Who do you think should win? Who do you think should win? Right. Can I take you out? Let me take you out. Give me a minute. Yeah, Ranger's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's probably gonna go back to the trainer here soon and finish out his tracking actually, which will be kind of dope. So there's a total of which I didn't really. I mean, I didn't know this till I got into like that kind of the doggy world, whatever. Um, but like his trainer, she's a professional trainer for like law enforcement, things like that. Specifically, like the Belgian Malinois. Yo, chill out. Belgian Malinois and Shepherds and stuff like that for doing either. He's losing his mind. Uh, for either doing like drug sniffing or chasing down bad guys and tearing off cabs and shit. Um, which is what one of her dogs does. It's kind of honestly terrifying. Like he'll come in, like if you're running away, he'll come in and he'll bite your left calf, and then he'll throw his body into essentially your right leg, like take out your knee while he's got a freaking chomp full of your left calf. It's honestly terrifying. He's a ridiculous dog. But yeah, anyway, she trains all that stuff, and um, there's a group of like 10 individuals across the country that um, specifically for the FBI that they use, and those 10 people essentially they're the contact, like the liaison to people that have like tracking dogs. So more specifically, when like there's high profile like missing kid cases, potential murder cases, they're trying to find bodies, stuff like that. Um, Obviously, like when 9/11 happened, they were using dogs and stuff like that for trying to identify and find people that were still alive in the rubble and stuff like that. Um, and one of those 10 individuals actually lives essentially in my town, and works with our trainer. So that's one of the things we're trying to work on with him, is potentially get his tracking and his scent work down, and it could end up being something like where we get called up, like within like when Hurricane Helene happened, right? She went up there, North Carolina, Western North Carolina, and they were trying to track people down, trying to find survivors, stuff like that. So it'd be kind of dope if we get them to that point, and then potentially get called out on something, and go help find like a missing kid or something like that. So I think it'd be cool, um, and he enjoys the work, so it'll be uh, it'll be interesting. But yeah, it'll be fun. All right, let's pick a winner here real quick. 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that! Look at that, Mr. Osborne. Julian's for sure gonna say this shit's rigged. Yep, there it is. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. He said rigged. How is that area affected by hurricane? They're still recovering. I mean, real talk, like it was rough. It was rough. I mean, not specifically, obviously, by me, but um, like Western North Carolina, all that, like they're still recovering. I mean, dude, the water was. I mean, you go back and find some of the old TikToks and stuff, and even people have posted. So I guess a couple months ago was like the 1 year, kind of like anniversary, if you will, or whatever, and they have some. some trees where they had put a like placard, like guys that were floating around in like canoes and stuff like that, kayaks, whatnot, and they were going in like, you know, basically putting a 2x4 at the water level on the tree, and like you come back now and it's like that 2x4 is like 35 feet in the air. Like that's how high the water level rose. Like it was absolutely, it was, to be honest, kind of insanity. So, but yeah, they'll make it. They'll recover. Yeah, I got you, Julian. I got you. Nah, dude, it was like 30, 40 feet in some spots. It was crazy. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna roll 1127. This market continues to just absolutely rip to the upside. I fumbled a little bit of a bag in gold there, and I guess you could say maybe I fumbled a bit of a bag in the Russell here. We're up about 20 points from where I took my exit, so $1,000 per contract. But to be fair, I didn't necessarily think we'd get this far through 65.80s. So it is what it is. I'm happy with it. Solid day. Makes up for the couple little losses from yesterday. Makes up for the little loss this morning here. And some nice profits there. So I'm cool with it. But yeah. So congrats to those of you that won, and we'll run some more giveaways and keep the streams going. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will let me complete that real quick. And yeah, if you need me, obviously feel free to hit me up. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.